Righto, question 34, completing the square, more gift marks for you. This is a pretty nice one because there's no number in front of the x squared. So this shouldn't be too bad at all. That pen is still a little thick. Let's get something just a little bit smaller. And we'll see how we go. So the idea behind completing the square, we need to understand our perfect square factorizations, don't we? A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. If I have something in that form, it will factorize to a plus b all squared. Similarly, if there's a minus in that position, then it's a minus b all squared. We know the expansion. We should be able to get something in that form, the expanded form on the right-hand side. There, why am I pointing at the screen? That's a bit silly. And then factorize it back. So I want to create something in that form. So what I do is I take my x squared plus 6x minus 11, and I start to get it in the form I want. So it's x squared plus 2 times the first thing, which was x, times some other number. And obviously it's still got to equal 6x. So 2 times x times 3 will be that second term, the b term that you can see over there in the right-hand side. So then what do? Well, I want to add on 3 squared. Why did I add on 3 squared? Because that completes our perfect square. Adding on 3 squared is terrific. I've still got the minus 11. Now, I had an equal sign over here. I've added 3 squared. They're not equal unless, of course, I go ahead and subtract 3 squared later on. Now, I've added 3 squared and subtracted 3 squared. Everything else is the same. That's fine. But what I've done is that little bit of panel beating, that little bit of rearranging to get it into a nice form. Those first 3 terms there are going to factorize, aren't they? And they're going to factorize into x plus 3 all squared. Quick check in your head. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, well, that would work. 3 squared is 9. That's very good. This negative 11, subtracting another 3 squared, becomes negative 20. Now, it's up to you if you go straight ahead and factorize the next bit or you show a little bit more working. We want to, of course, use our favorite rule in maths, which, if you've watched the other videos, you will recall, is the difference of 2 squares. Negative 20, well, that's the same as root 20, negative root 20 squared. Now, I know I haven't simplified the root 20. We can do that at the end. It doesn't really matter. Difference of 2 squares becomes x plus 3 plus the square root of 20, multiplied by the first thing again, x plus 3, minus the square root of 20. But of course we don't leave it as root 20, do we? We simplify our surds whenever possible. X plus 3 plus 20 is made up of 4 times 5. Square root of 4 is 2, so root 20 is the same as 2 root 5. So it's x plus 3 plus 2 root 5, x plus 3 minus 2 root 5. Completing the square. Get it in the right form, and it looks after itself. You get to use your favorite rule in maths. Doesn't get much more fun than that. Catch you in question 35. We're nearly done. Cheers.